For the last couple days, I've been trying to get in touch with the owner of this house. Her name is Dorothy Alcorn, but nobody's been here for a while. And my house is right there, the white one right there. And I was driving by today, and there's somebody out here that's going to be mowing the yard. So this is one of the telltale signs that a house is going to become available soon. And when you see a yard that hasn't been maintained, you see stuff that's been sitting out, you know that there's nobody living there, so it's vacant. I've been trying to reach her, but apparently the house was foreclosed on. I'm on Dawn Drive, right by my house. I'm going to walk this house right now with you guys and show you what to look for when you're looking at a vacant investment property. There's a couple things that I'll note. I mean, the landscaping is pretty nice. Nice big trees, but that could mean that there's a lot of debris on the roof. Interesting things like windows that have been filled in. Ow! I just got stabbed by a rose bush. Front door. This all would have to be reconfigured if you were flipping this house. If you wanted to use it as an investment property, then as a rental, you may not need to do that. But obviously paint, there's some deferred maintenance. I have this same seashell in my front, in the front of my house. You're starting to see some cracks there when you walk through. You can tell that they started to paint over here. They have this done, got to about right here and stopped. And it almost looks like tobacco staining. These are cheap handles, cheap doors, cheap carpet. Beautiful wallpaper. I should make that into a shirt. That wallpaper is made for me. Interesting layout as you walk in. Splits off, so you have to go left or right. And then it comes in through here. I would say this is a major remodel. This is probably one that I would have to put a lot into. Oh, you're fine.
Too hot outside.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice fireplace. Gas fireplace. Now, this room looks like it was an addition. It used to be a porch. It's closed in. They have a window unit. Low ceiling. And whether or not this is permitted, who knows? The ceiling is probably only 7 feet. I'm roughly 6 feet. 5'11", but on Tinder, I'm 6 feet. Interesting. Layout is very peculiar. This is my least favorite ceiling finish. This is glitter embedded in asbestos, embedded in the ceiling. You got wood paneling. So I know the comps in this neighborhood. This is the master, I guess. Hold on. There's a closet. So here's something to check. Some people don't do this, but something to check is whether or not the electrical has been updated. A house like this is probably built in the early 70s. Wouldn't necessarily need the electrical totally updated unless it had aluminum wiring. But the only time aluminum wiring is actually an issue is if it's aluminum wiring with copper wiring connected. That's what creates the problems with fire issues and things like that. Let's go take a look in the back. So this would all need to come out, in my opinion. You look across, that's my neighbor's house right there. That's my neighbor's house, and then my house is behind that. And I've never seen this patio from back there. This patio is huge, but really gross, really low ceiling. You see there's bricks falling around the sewer line, the drain line right there. You can see where it goes out, and it's probably sunken in where the water seeps in underneath. Backyard needs to be mowed. You see some wood rot right there. You may not have to replace everything, but there's wood rot right along that side there, and you definitely want to, you'd have to fix all of that rot, because if you don't, you can't sell it to FHA or buyer. This house is a lot. If I'm being totally honest, this is much worse than I thought it was going to be, in terms of what I would need to do in order to make this rehab work. You have two different materials. You have brick, and then the siding over here. So I know the numbers over here. I just had my house reappraised after I renovated it. I bought it for $230. It just reappraised 6 months later for $335. This house, I would use $335 as a comparable estimate. And as I'm walking through the house, I'm adding up all the things I need to do. Cosmetics alone are $12 a square foot. Full kitchen remodel, yeah, you'd have to take out the center of that kitchen and redo an island there and do some extra countertop or cabinets, flooring everywhere. You'd have to do a ceiling treatment on this house, so just like paint, tape texture, tape float texture throughout the house. Another probably $6 per square foot, which would be or $5 a square foot, so somewhere around $8,000. You have this whole thing to replace. Now they winterize this. It means they turn off all the water. And you can't use the toilets. They don't want you to use the toilets. Paint in here, tape and texture, float, flooring. You'd even have to go as far as replacing those cabinets. Those are just not that great. Layout in the bathroom. Take this wall out, this whole wall. Take all this out. This would have to be redone as a closet because this is the master. So all in all, I'm thinking this house is at a minimum $70,000 repair. At a maximum, you're probably looking at $90,000 if you have to do foundation. The AC seems to be working. It's actually pretty cool in here, so I'm gonna assume you don't have to do AC, which I could get done for about $6,000 for the whole house, inside and outside unit. So we're talking about fixtures, everything done correctly, and potentially changing some of the layout with 4 bedrooms in Boerne, $335 sales price. Hey, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
So I should contact HUD if I want to make an offer?
There's a number right there, or
Yep.
either you want to go online directly with HUD,
Yeah.
or there's a number right there. You call the 1-800 number, and then
How do you think I could get in before? Do you think I can get an offer in before they go on the market, or
Yeah,
no?
I seen that.
You have?
Yeah, because there's a house that I just cleaned not too long ago, and I went to demo a building that they have outside, and the lady was there. She goes, "I just bought the property."
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, we haven't even cleaned it.
So do you think you could contact me whenever you get a lead on one and see if I could make an offer on it, and then I could give you a finder's fee or something like that?
Here in Boerne? Because I'm from San Antonio.
Anywhere. I buy in
Anywhere.
San Antonio, buy in Boerne,
Oh,
yeah.
I have a long list in
A long
San Antonio.
list?
Yeah.
So they're piling up again?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that over the last year, huh?
No.
Did you just start this month, you think?
No, it's been, since I've been having a lot of work, it's been like 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months?
That's when I started having a lot of properties.
Yeah. Well, do you think if you would give me a call if you find something that you think might be good before it goes on the market, you give me a call and I give you
Yeah, right now, most of my houses, I would say like 96%, I'm still in the process.
Yeah.
And then there's like a couple of them. I'll call that 1-800 number
Okay.
on anyone that I send you, and then from there, they're directly to HUD.
Thank you so much. And what is your name?
Sylvia,
Sylvia, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Have a great day.
You too,
So
sir.
Sylvia's gonna hook me up since she works for HUD and give me a shout whenever there's new properties before they go on the market, so I can make an offer directly with HUD without competition. This is the kind of stuff you do. I could have just driven by, but I've been waiting for this house to become available because I've had my eye on it without being able to contact anybody. And I see Sylvia out here. She's super helpful. I offer her a finder's fee to help me out, just for giving me the number or giving me a house whenever it comes available. And now all of a sudden we have another contact. So this is how you build a business. You do this every single day for 8 years. And then people call you when they're ready to buy or sell a house, and you have that advantage. So it's the reason you work with a good real estate agent. You guys are at work, you're making your money, and I'm out here making connections that'll help make you make money with your money. So it's the reason you work with guys like me.
What was the conflict?
All right, everybody, hope that helped a little bit as we evaluate this. If I was gonna make an offer on this house, like I said, I'm looking at $335 after repair value, $75,000 in fixed cost, which puts us somewhere around $250,000. Let's just call it $240. And then if I wanted to make a 30% return, multiply that by 0.7, That would include closing costs, fixed cost, everything like that. So my offer on this house would be somewhere around 160, 170,000, and that would give us at least a $50,000 potential profit if the market appreciates before then. We're looking at a 6-month project on this thing, so you know that there's risk involved because we don't know what's going to happen in 6 months. If this project was a 2-month turnaround time, there'd be much less risk. The longer that it takes, the more unlikely it is that, or the less likely it is that you will know what's happening. So you want to make sure that the longer a project's going to take, you factor that hold cost in, you factor carrying costs, insurance, utilities, all of those things, plus the amount of time off market can either mean some appreciation or it could mean stagnation in those prices. So keep that in mind. And if you guys need help evaluating a deal, give me a shout, but I'm going to make an offer on that one today for $170,000.